All right, I think we're here. Cool. We're live. This is another episode. So basically, I'm telling you that for this the first time too, Borean, but I'm merging all my different sports podcasts into
Yeah.
one called It's Just Banter. It's just banter. Football, soccer, tennis, whatever it is. It's just banter. And the idea is to hop on a podcast and talk about whatever fixtures are coming up, previewing it, debriefing a match, like talking about a league or whatever. But glad to be here with you. We got the video going this time as well. Talking out the professional mics, so hopefully we get some good audio. And then also on the screen we got the starting lineups for the game we're talking about today, which is Belgium versus France in the UEFA Nations League. So, first question to you, Borean. What the fuck is the UEFA Nations League and why are we watching it?
So it's just UEFA. They just realized that there's a lot of money to be made in national teams playing. So they realized the Euro's coming every 4 years. That's nice, but nobody really watches friendlies or qualifiers unless the heavyweights are playing each other. And in qualifiers, the heavyweights never play each other. So they just created this fake league so that the big teams can face each other, get some rhythm for the teams, and get some ratings up so people watch it. And ESPN bought it as soon as they created it. They bought the the showing rights as soon as it was available.
Right. So it's exclusively all ESPN, content. And as you said, they like it because it's a little bit more, it seems like there's more at stake than just like international friendly. And
Correct.
as we see from the starting lineups, they're playing their A teams. I mean, this is the semifinals, to be sure. So, but, at least it looks like these teams are going to come out and give us a good game today, which these are two of the best nations in the world. Obviously, France is up there, Belgium is up there. And I just want to draw attention right now to these front threes that we're looking at: Hazard, Lukaku, De Bruyne, Mbappe, Griezmann, Benzema. I mean, these are two, like, you know, obviously you got Messi, um, Neymar, and Mbappe on PSG, which I'm
Right.
repping right now. But in terms of national teams, these are two of the best, top threes, two of the best teams, period.
Right.
What do you think about today's match? Obviously, you're a France fan. What do you think about today versus Belgium? What do you think of the Mbappe news that we were just looking at? Is this a, should France be winning this game no matter what, or
Well,
is it a little bit too tight to call that?
I think for sure France is going to win this game, but right away I have a problem with Deschamps' formation. He's attempting to play that three in the back again and taking away a holding midfielder. So playing three in the back has never been good for France, and it showed at the Euros as well, because that hole in the middle, Pogba's not going to defend as hard as any other midfielder, and neither is Rabiot. So missing that one player in the middle that all they do is defend and give the ball to Rabiot or Pogba, I think is definitely going to hurt them. But Belgium's team is old. When you look at that back line's average age, I think, is 33. Oldeweiler is Tottenham player, 33. Vertonghen is like 37. And then Desailly, the one in the middle, is like 29, 30. So they have a aging back line. Their left and right wing backs aren't even wing backs. They're just wingers. They're actual work. Carrasco's a winger, not even a wing back. So Belgium's team is a solid team, big names, but France just looks like they're gonna have too much power with Benzema and Mbappe up top.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a special type of character to keep up with Mbappe, for sure. I haven't seen anything. So we were on the ESPN website looking up this. Like, is there a problem with Mbappe right now? I didn't see anything before
So
that.
so the French national team has always been a team like full of drama, and that's the biggest reason they brought Deschamps in, because Deschamps, when he was captain in 1998 for the team that won the World Cup, he was known as that guy he was the hammer. He said, "Whatever I say goes. If you don't like it, you can leave." And he's not really the greatest tactician ever, but he's able to manage egos, which the French team has always had. And the problem that happened at the Euros is Mbappe basically decided that he was the guy. It's not his team, and he didn't really listen to anybody else. He was just doing his own thing in the team. A
He
lot of
pulled a
players have problems.
Neymar. He pulled a Neymar for Brazil a little
Yep.
bit.
Yeah, basically. And that's why a lot of French people are unhappy with him because he's been hanging out with Neymar way too much. He's turning into him a little bit. He's
Not a good thing. Not a good
no
thing.
at all. That's definitely not somebody that should be a role model for anybody.
By the way, I had this shirt from like years ago. Years ago. I'm not a bandwagon. I didn't just buy it or anything like that. And I also am not a big fan of Neymar. So
No,
I probably wouldn't
yeah.
buy this shirt, even if it was anything. But yeah, keep going.
No, but that's the major problem that happened with the French team is a lot of players feel that he's being kind of an individual. It's all the Neymar, the Mbappe show now, and it's hurting the team chemistry because at the World Cup he was the best player at the World Cup for the team and at the World Cup in general. But that's because he played for the team. Now there are multiple times he could pass the ball sideways to Griezmann for a finish or cross to Benzema, and he's going to do that extra step over or lose the ball and then he's not tracking back. So there are problems going on with him in the team. And then the fifth penalty at the Euros that he missed, it basically came out that he said he wanted to take it and nobody could convince him not to take it. So it really looked that added to it looking bad on him because he basically forced himself into that position to take the most important penalty and then missed it and cost the team the Euros.
That's
So
huge. I hadn't heard that. I mean,
yeah,
obviously the penalty conversation coming from the Euros was obviously on Gareth Southgate and what was he doing in that final. But I didn't know that. I mean, so was Mbappe not slated to take a penalty at all, or he just really wanted to take the like fifth one because he thought it was the most important?
he thought it was the most important. He wanted to be the guy to score the penalty to win it. And then everyone was like, well, maybe you should take the first one or the third one. He said, no, I'm taking the fifth one. That's end of story. So like just that scene together doesn't add to his image and it made everybody just look negatively on him. And then after he missed it, it got even worse. That's why when a few days ago when they got to the training session, he said if the French players have a problem with me being on the team, I'll just take a break from the national team. And that's kind of where this whole catastrophe started running that
Yeah,
uh
you don't want that kind of drama. Like you don't want
yeah,
your best player,
right,
saying all that stuff. And yeah, I can see now why there's just like a little bit of a conversation going, like what's going on with Mbappe
right.
and can he, be the team player that you're saying?
Yeah. And
Well,
then
hey,
your man came for him too, Olivier Giroud. Giroud said he doesn't pass the ball enough. So there was a lot of things going on at the Euros that a lot of people didn't notice until afterwards. But hopefully, Deschamps can put all of that to the side and figure out how to win this game. Because if De Bruyne, the way he's playing right now, if he gets a run at this back three, he can do some damage.
all I'm saying was Benzema wasn't in the World Cup team. Olivier Giroud was up there. Didn't score the whole time, but he was running stuff. He was, drawing attention. Dude, Olivier Giroud, you can't knock him. You can't knock him. He's got
I
good
know.
stats, like, throughout
No,
his whole career. He's a good player.
no, he's a good player. Like the stats are solid. My only problem is like in modern day football, you can't be a guy that's just like a finisher. That's all you do. You have to be able to do other stuff. Like you have to be able to create. You have to be able to assist. You have to be able to make runs that open the field. He doesn't do any of that. Like center backs today, right? Center,
He comes in off the bench and he scores all the time.
yeah,
That's what
but
he does. You
okay.
don't want goals? Is that what you don't
Look,
want?
look at Lewandowski, Lukaku, and Benzema. They're strikers that they assist passes, they make runs to open the
Well,
field
yeah,
up.
they're the best in the world. They're,
Right.
like Drew can't do it all I'm saying is that he's classic,
No,
He
he's
comes
classic.
in and if he scores, you're like, no way,
Yeah. No, I like
But,
him. It's just sometimes I'm just uh
yeah.
no, but
Well,
he is
hey,
good.
like Mbappe, Benzema, Griezmann, you're not gonna be mad about that. Like,
No, no.
but Olivier Giroud did help them win the World Cup. Yeah. So, anyways, I just wanted to get this at the end. So, I premised a little bit earlier. Like, do you think that France is, gonna take this, or is it gonna be a little bit tougher? So, the odds, at least from FanDuel that I saw for this match here. Obviously, it's Nations League; it doesn't matter too much, but it's not a bad competition. They're these are good teams playing. better than friendlies, and it's the
Right.
semifinals. France is favorites at plus 140, and Belgium at plus 190, and then a tie is at 200. So that's pretty low on the tie. Usually it's like plus 250, 260. So they're thinking these teams are pretty evenly matched. But do you like taking plus 140 for France? Is that good enough value? Or do you think it's a lock in that, like, no matter what, like that's the
Um,
best bet?
I think France should be like plus 50. I think they win this game.
Plus 150,
Yeah. Plus 50.
plus 50.
Yeah, I think they should be the odd favorites for this game. Because I just don't see how
They
Belgium,
are the
unless,
favorites for this game.
yeah, I'm saying they should be more of the favorites. Like, because
That
140,
would be plus 130.
okay, as I was, yeah, plus 130.
Yeah, because
Because,
if you go down, like that's the more favorites you are.
yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah. So I look at these two. I'm having a hard time figuring out how Belgium is going to break down, unless De Bruyne has one of his great games, which happens very often. I just don't see how this defense will be able to keep up with France's front line because France's defense, it looks like it won't. I don't think it'll work very well. But Belgium's defense just looks worse to me, a lot worse. Witzel has not played consistently for Dortmund. Yuri Tillman is a 8, almost a 10, and he's having to play a holding midfielder today. So I'm just, unless Belgium intends to go all out attack, I don't know how they intend to stop Mbappe, Benzema, and Griezmann.
Well, hey, it's gonna be a great match. I'm glad that we were on here recording. Got some good audio quality. Got the video component. If you're listening to podcasts, we have video component somewhere. But yeah, good preview. Both in our France shirts. It's gonna be good, and let's keep this going. It's just banter every so often, talking about some sports previews, whatever we're doing. So thanks for joining me today, Borian. Maybe I can hop on AAA radio at some point,
Say
and
less.
yeah, we'll see how that's going. So good stuff. Thanks for joining me, and
Say
I'm gonna
less.
stop the recording, and we could probably chat after, but I'm gonna stop the recording. Thanks, everybody. Peace.